Hello everyone, welcome to Mercury in the 5th house of your chart. The video is good for you if Mercury is placed 5 houses away from your ascendant or indeed from your moon sign. It's also good for Western chart. Just make sure you have sign for house system. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to sub below and let's begin. So what is the 5th house in your chart, everyone? It's the house of your past good karma. It's the 9th house from the 9th house. So it brings to you your knowledge and understanding coming from past life. It's a very protective factor in your life. It's also knowledge which you actually gain from your education in this very lifetime. Most of all, it shows creative self-expression, how you express yourself spontaneously and with good humor. It shows acting, dance, drama, and all forms of entertainment. There is a childlike spontaneity to this 5th house, and ultimately it shows those things that make you feel loved and happy. Most importantly, of course, love affairs, courtship, and romance. It's a house of children with whom we pass on our legacy and our knowledge. It's a house of fearlessness in a way, and therefore often connected to speculation and gambling. And who is Mercury? Mercury in the Vedic system is known as Buddha. He is a son of Tara, but she was the wife of Jupiter, and she had an affair with Chandra, the moon. This was, however, described as a rape in actuality, and coming about outside of marriage in this difficult way, he had to use all of his charm and his wit and his beauty to get into the good books of his stepfather, Jupiter. But Jupiter was kind to Mercury and gave him the most incredible knowledge of how to actually make things work in this material realm. Particularly, he gave him rulership over the earth element, including plants and nature. Mercury rules adaptability, travel, business, money dealings, the rational mind, intelligence, learning, dexterity, and memory itself. Mercury has supreme organization skills. He rules language and all communication, both written and spoken. He is a karaka for friends in our chart and also for the sister. What happens then when Mercury, the eternal adolescent, has gone into the house of children? Is this favorable? It most certainly is. Mercury is very, very happy to be in this house. He has a lot of fun here and he gives you many blessings in life. But to see the full picture, it's so important to see the sign of Mercury. Mercury will only act to his full capacity through the sign. Check out the karmas of Mercury in all signs. I will link below and at the end of the video. A well-placed, well-aspected Mercury in this house will definitely increase intelligence. You have a very fast way of learning. You learn quickly, intuitively, and it's just natural to you. You love to learn. You love to read. You love to pick up knowledge. All of your education will definitely benefit from this Mercury 5th house. But you must be engaged and stimulated by your learning. As soon as you're bored with any subject, you will quickly drop it. You just can't give the energy where there is no intellectual stimulation. Now, Mercury in the 5th is placed in the 9th from the 9th house. It's your past good karma is coming to you as knowledge. So you actually pick up some skill, some sort of skill-based knowledge very early on in life. It could be anything according to the sign. It could be artistic skill, musical skill, intellectual skill, even astrology. But it's all coming to you from past life study. The 5th house lets out all of Mercury's joie de vivre. There's that happy, entertaining, witty side of Mercury that definitely comes to the fore. You see the fun side of life. You always see the funny side of situations. You love to joke. You love to entertain others, even practical jokes sometimes. You see, people with Mercury in the 5th house, or in any way connected actually to the 5th house, ruling the house or aspecting the house, this is someone who never really totally grows up. You're always in touch with your childlike personality. You remain a bit of a child all of your life, no matter what you do for a living, what a responsible, well-known person you are. Deep down inside, in your private moments, you like to just have a little bit of fun. You love that childlike spontaneity. This makes you a great parent. People with Mercury here relate to children in a really intuitive and special way. Kids love you, particularly older children who you can actually have a conversation with more than, let's say, babies. So Mercury here makes you a parent who's very interested in your children's education. You can even educate educate them yourself. And certainly Mercury here makes a most expert and entertaining teacher. Mercury here is often seen in the horoscope of actors, actresses, entertainers, comics, people who actually do well in written entertainment, also writing books, novels, all sorts of blogs, etc., where you are just entertaining people and giving out important information. You are in your definite forte. Now, Mercury rules business and also money making in general. In the 5th house, it can draw you to speculation, gambling, etc., especially when there are other planets with Mercury. Be careful if he is debilitated in Pisces and he is aspected by malefics. There could be losses here. Generally, though, Mercury is pragmatic and makes sensible decisions. He's not in himself a real risk taker. He thinks everything out carefully, and that is the most important factor. This is a house of romance and courtship, and Mercury is certainly not the most romantic planet. He's not interested really in romance at all, but in friendship. Here's the thing, you can be attracted easily to so many people. When there are malefics with Mercury, many short-term romances can be there. Mercury, though, wants intellectual compatibility more than anything in any courtship or romantic situation. So Mercury is certainly very creative in this house, but also because he rules speech, Mercury can also be creative with the truth. So this tendency to embellish the truth, as it were, to make your storyline a bit more interesting is very common with this Mercury. It probably won't get you into so much of a deep water, but be careful, because at some point it creates a nasty taste in your mouth, literally, because truth is always pure and any sort of untruth leaves that really bad karma behind. If Mercury is really badly aspected here, you could get someone who is actually telling outright lies sometimes to manipulate other people, especially when Rahu, Ketu, Mars, Shani are involved. And this will obviously have bad consequences. Now, Mercury in the 5th aspecting the 11th house draws you into society, and this is in a way why you get a little bit creative with the truth, because you walk through society into many different stratas of society, many different network groups, social groups, political groups, and sometimes you just have to present yourself a little differently. That's how it seems, because you desire to fit in. Mercury afflicted, though, 5th house or 11th house, there can be many serious splits in your friendships. Sometimes people just leave your life, you leave their life, and friendships can be difficult to maintain. Mercury aspecting 11th house can also draw you into politics, and again, that's another reason why you may not always be saying things as they are. But the aspect onto the 11th house is excellent for monetary and business affairs. You can be an expert business person. You can be expert in always finding a new skill to monetize, and gaining income is really easy for you. There's always a new stream of income opening up before you many times in life. On your screen right now, check out Mercury karmas in all signs. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to sub below. Goodbye for now, and God bless everyone.